Where are all the airliners? Microsoft Flight Simulator has been released for over 12 months now, but we're yet to see many big airliners take off in this next-gen sim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the most anticipated airliners and check where they're at, what they offer, and when we may expect to see them in this simulator. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In this video, we're going to take a look at the most anticipated airliners and take a look at how their development is going and what should we expect from them when they land in the simulator. Before we jump into this video, 75% of all viewers that watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel are not subscribed. So if that's you, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way we can tell you when our next video goes live. Taking off in no particular order, the first one is the Just Flight Fokker F28. Just Flight will be bringing 4 versions of the Fokker F28 Fellowship to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Originally announced on the 29th of June 2021, the team have been showing updates of this iconic regional jet every couple of months. The Fokker entered service in 1969 with the 1000 variant, and then the 2000, the 3000 and 4000 versions followed during the 1970s. The Fokker proved to be a very popular airliner around the world, and 240 of them were built, and the last one was produced in 1987. Just Flight's version of the Fokker will feature native model 4K PBR materials for the highest possible textures for detail and clarity, realistic animations which will include a dynamic wing flex, all the passenger service and cargo doors will move, spoilers, tail mounts and air brakes. Inside the cockpit, Just Flight team have modeled nearly all the switches and animated and levers and knobs that will be all functioning. Detailed custom coding systems including autopilot, hydraulics, electrical, engine bleed, fuel pressurization systems, and the cockpit has a realistic wear and tear look based on real world photos from a real world Fokker aircraft. This only scratches the surface of what Just Flight has in store for all of us when it comes to the Fokker, and from the last update, the team, the development of the Fokker is fairly way down the road. But at this stage, we don't know when we'll see the release of the Fokker in our sim, but from what we're looking at, it shouldn't be too far away. Along with the Fokker, Just Flight recently announced another airliner in development, which is the BAE 146. This was announced on October 19th this year with its in development screenshots from the 146 already in the sim. The BAE 146 was manufactured by British Aerospace and first flew in service in 1983. Production stopped in 2001, but it still sees many of these aircraft in the skies today. The 146 for Just Flight has been given great praise in other simulators such as FSX and Prepare and X-Plane 11 just recently. At this time of the announcement, the team mentioned that the visuals were almost done and now the development is in full swing on the systems. With the history and deep knowledge that Just Flight has of the BAE 146, we're expecting to see some high standards and hundreds of functioning switches, custom coded systems and realistic sounds. No ETA on when we'll see the BAE 46 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's clear to see that development is well on the way and it's one to keep an eye out for. The PMDG Boeing 737 would have to be one of the most anticipated airliners for Microsoft Flight Simulator. PMDG have been showcasing screenshots of this aircraft pretty much since the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator on day one. The development of the 737 has had some rocky times this year, where the PMDG mentioned after Sim Update 5 the SDK is not ready for complex airliners. But after the last community update, they mentioned that the 737 development is looking promising and the development is accelerating and things better than expected. The expected release date for the 737 is 2021 or early 2022, and it doesn't seem to be any major limitations preventing the 737 from making the sim. The PMDG 737 has been a staple airliner for many other simulators over the years, such as FSX and Prepare. This aircraft is considered a study level with systems modeled as the real aircraft, enhanced flight physics, high resolution of cockpit and displays, high detail external modeling with PBR textures and enhanced PMDG sound engine. With the high attention to detail we are expecting from the team at PMDG, it's set to set a benchmark for third-party aircraft or airliners in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And hopefully we won't have to wait too long before we see the PMDG 737 to enter our simulators. Mad Dog MD-80 has been under development for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and at the last community notice it was actively in closed beta, which started in early October. The Mad Dog has been a great success in other sims such as X-Plane 11, and it's great to see that this study level aircraft is coming across to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The MD-80 first flew in 1979, and they were produced right up into 1999, with most major airlines have retired this iconic aircraft, but you still might see a few in service today. Some of the features we are expecting to see with the Mad Dog is a high detailed cockpit including FMS, TCAS, ACAS, just to name a few, and detailed hydraulics, electrical and pressurized systems. Detailed interior and exterior modeling with 4K PBR textures, detailed sounds in and out of the aircraft. This is just to name a few. If a Microsoft Flight Simulator comes with 80% of the features and systems that has appeared in other simulators of the Mad Dog MD-80, we will be in for a real treat. The developers have been showcasing many sim videos of the MD-80, such as startup procedures and landings of late, and it appears that we may see the Mad Dog in our sims ahead of any other airliners. This seems to be the one that may get released before the rest of the pack. Phoenix Simulations have definitely built up the hype of its Airbus A320 for Microsoft Flight Simulator as something different than the other options available for A320s. There seems to be some stiff competition in this category, with the fly-by-wire default A320 and also Aerosoft announcing they are bringing their A320 to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The A320 in recent times would have to be one of the most sought after short-haul airliners in the world in recent times. First flew in 1987 and still in production today with over 10,000 of these built. It's easy to see why there would be a desire for someone to develop a high quality version of the A320 for a simulator. From what we have been told, Phoenix Simulations A320 have been created from a 3D digital scan of the entire Airbus A320, including the engines, wingtips and nose. The interior has also been scanned, and this shows the level of detail the team is going for, so we know that the A320 will look good. What about study level detail? The team have mentioned that they have gone to great lengths to simulate a wide variety of systems, including fuel, hydraulics, electrical, and emergencies, just to name a few. The autopilot in Microsoft Flight Simulator has been a hard beast to tame for any other airliners, but the Phoenix team mentioned there in August in their Q&A that their VNAV and LNAV is already working with a TOD and TOC. The team mentioned they are trying to get the A320 as close as possible to the real aircraft. 200 deliveries will be available for the A320 at launch, so there should be many airliners to suit everyone's taste. The A320 is now in a closed beta for many weeks now, and we should expect to see a release at the end of the year or early 2022 if all things going well. The team did mention they will be adding additional updates and features after launch to ensure this is the best A320 yet to see in any flight simulation. The future of airliners in Microsoft Flight Simulator seems pretty bright, and it looks like we have many options to choose from in the not too distant future, and it appears that the next gen tech of Microsoft Flight Simulator, we're going to see these aircraft to be at a level of detail that we have never seen before in any other simulator. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you are one of the 75% of viewers that watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel that aren't subscribed yet, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. Feel free to stick around as we're gonna leave you with another one of our favorite flight sim videos here. Feel free to check it out, and we'll see you over there.